Edition of the King's Castle. I'm King James. I'll be your host for the next hour of entertainment news, wrestling news, and whatever else you want to know. And here to join me as always is my colleague, the always reliable and rarely shy Blair Chopin. And back again.
I'm being shy.
This evening is wrestling's one and only Southern Shockwave, Mr. Pete Goldberg.
Hey.
Come on, guys.
What a great start to this.
I know. You're used to this. You don't need to be shy. Say hey to the world.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Ramirez.
Anyway, this has been a very newsworthy week as far as pro wrestling is concerned, for a number of reasons. First things first, we got to talk about the Royal Rumble, which took place this past Sunday. What a night it was! And Pete, Blair, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but if you ask me, SmackDown Live stole the show.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Because they only had one match on the card, that being, on the main card that is, that being Styles versus Cena for the WWE Championship. And this was an instant classic right out of the gate, no doubt about it. But in the end, Cena managed to make history by winning his 16th world title. But it took 4 AAs to do it. But he finally got that...
4 trips to Alcoholics Anonymous?
No, 4 attitude adjustments.
That is such a strange...
But anyway, so he finally got that piece of sludge, AJ Styles, off his back.
Tells you when you're 8.
But here's my concern.
What's that?
The plan going... The rumor is that since a SmackDown superstar won the Royal Rumble, that being Randy Orton, the plan is for John Cena to lose the championship in 2 weeks at Elimination Chamber to Bray Wyatt, and then have Wyatt and Orton turn on each other heading into WrestleMania. Now,
spoiler alert.
If you ask me, this is a major league hoax and a big mistake as far as WWE is concerned. Because wouldn't it make more sense to have Cena stay champion and then have the 3 of them square off in a triple threat?
The way it would make sense for Cena to lose the belt is if he was going to regain the belt at WrestleMania and break the record. Because you talk about WrestleMania records.
And history.
I mean, moments, excuse me. That's what they say, WrestleMania moments.
Well, here's the problem.
But I think that's a possibility.
Here's the problem, though, Blair.
Plus, nobody likes Ric Flair.
Because...
The flimsy, sweaty
Don't
person.
go there. Remember what happened last week. Anyway, but here's the problem. Because Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble, he's already guaranteed the main event slot. So... they'd have to work something out to where John Cena gets in by way of the system. Don't you think?
What does that mean?
It means he would have to work his way back through the system after losing the belt in the chamber.
What is this system?
It means Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan are probably
gonna make him earn
the match through another contender series or something like that.
Yeah. They've done that before, so I don't see.
You think they're capable of pulling something like that this time?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Well, plus that would make him winning the record-breaking title. It would make it even more of a moment.
Right.
Make it kind of a David versus Goliath thing. I would have him rolling up to the ring in a wheelchair, like have him be that hurt.
Oh, come on!
Like an Enzo thing.
Like Paul Pierce. Remember when Paul Pierce played for the Celtics and he broke a nail and they put him in a wheelchair and he came back out and the crowd went crazy?
I'd
had them beat up
I'd
so
understand
bad
that if it were Joe Theismann after he broke his leg.
Oh my God! Cena's broken the record miraculously! Could you imagine at WrestleMania?
Yeah,
he's limping all over.
Sense.
He's limping all over the place.
Like whole Enzo thing a couple months ago.
Like his finishing move is like spitting water in someone's face.
Well, I have to say, I'm not saying I'm a mind reader or anything, but I think I kind of saw that coming.
Saw what coming?
That Orton turning on
Orton and Wyatt turning on each other.
I thought Orton.
Yeah, I think we all did.
I thought Orton would have done it sooner, but
Well, the interesting thing is this past Tuesday on SmackDown.
James, hold on. I gotta get your opinion on something because we haven't really gotten your opinion on this.
Okay.
What do you think of Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble?
Honestly, I'm shocked.
Are you a Southern Shockwave?
No, that's Pete. But anyway, I honestly thought they were going to give the Rumble to either someone who'd been screwed out of it before, like Roman Reigns, or
God, if they would have done that.
Or give it to a newbie. Someone.
Wait, James.
Roman
Roman Reigns has won the Royal Rumble before.
Yeah, but remember last year he got screwed out of the championship in the Royal Rumble match.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is the WWE saw what happened in 2015 when Reigns won, which is why I was shocked when I heard that he was the 30th person to come out. He's a terrible 30th person.
I agree. It would have made more sense to bring someone like Samoa Joe out as the 30th person, which, by the way, he had a huge impact this past Monday Night on Raw, which we will talk about later.
But yeah, that's what the spot. I thought Undertaker was going to come out. I thought Goldberg was going to come out.
Yeah.
And the crowd was just going to lose it. I even thought there was like a slight chance that Kurt Angle was going to come out as number 30.
Even though that's been disproven for 2 weeks. They said there was no way Angle was going to be involved.
Well, they say a lot of things, James.
Well, that's true.
They say a lot of people aren't going to be involved, and they deny anyone's ever going to wrestle, and then they come out, and that makes it more of a surprise.
Well, absolutely. But anyway...
Entertainment, they're not under oath.
As far as the Raw side of the Royal Rumble's main card was concerned, they had an interesting gimmick with that whole shark cage thing going on between Reigns and Owens. But ultimately, the shark cage backfired because Kevin Owens is still the Universal Champion, thanks to, of all people, Braun Strowman.
damn you.
He came out during the match after Owens had been slammed through the announce table. He wraps Reigns' legs up in the post, yanks him against the post, enabling Owens to sneak in and get the victory. So then the next night on Raw, Strowman asked for payback in the form of a Universal title match of his own, and Roman Reigns causes interference, causing the DQ. So this leads me to believe that they're trying to make Strowman a contender, but I don't think it's going to happen. What do you guys make of this?
I think so. I think he'll get his chance. I just don't know how far. I mean, I don't know when he'll get.
Now, as far as Roman Reigns is concerned, the most surprising thing to me was in the Royal Rumble match, he was eliminated by, of all people, The Undertaker. Or excuse me, he eliminated The Undertaker from the match. So that leads me to believe that The Undertaker's WrestleMania opponent could be Roman Reigns. What do you guys make of that?
God, I would take that.
It'd be an easy win for Undertaker, I bet.
Well,
also, but it's kind of appealing having Undertaker beat up on the most hated wrestler by the fan.
do you think they're going to turn Reigns heel in that perspective?
Possibly.
I don't know if they have to.
Because
He's one of those guys that, the heel and babyface thing now, you don't really have to turn people.
right,
Like, the crowd either likes people or they don't like people. People go crazy for heels now.
right.
Roman Reigns is a babyface and people despise him.
Well, there's also
He's
talk
like
of
the
this.
Fidel Castro of the WWE.
Oh, come on, Fidel Castro.
I
No way.
remember your touching tribute to him.
Touching tribute.
Was he the person you eulogized and it was hilarious?
I think it was.
Was it Fidel Castro?
I think it was.
I don't remember eulogizing Castro.
You gave some.
Yeah,
you
you
gave a eulogy to someone, and it was like,
No, it was, it wasn't Castro. It was somebody else.
yeah, because he's like, and you were like, The middle of their career was total shit. I was like, this is not a good eulogy.
No, it was like an actress.
Who was it though?
Like Carrie Fisher, I think.
It was. Wait a minute. I think I know who it was. It was George Michael.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was George Michael.
Yeah,
That's who it was.
He's like, he hasn't been relevant in 40 years anyway.
And I didn't say his career.
I thought he had already
I didn't
croaked.
say the middle of his career was total shit. I said his career was in the toilet.
It's weird because
Well, he could have said the shitter.
I have seen people who absolutely despise a person who has died, and they would never, never been in contact with them for 20 years, and they'll go up there and they'll be like, "What a great man! What a great man!
Yeah.
He loved America. He loved alcohol a lot and all that stuff." But you don't even know George Michael, and you're like, the middle of his career was total donkey dude.
Okay. I was just giving.
This just proves what I want at my funeral, that is for me to be roasted.
I was just giving my opinions based on what I've heard.
I want Jeff to do his big head bit at my funeral. Look how big that head is; it can barely fit in the casket.
It's hanging out.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
I have no idea.
Where did it go?
But anyway, getting back to the Taker Reigns situation here for a second. There have been rumors.
You said you had no idea where we left off, and then you went right to where we left off.
There have been rumors that this could be the Undertaker's final WrestleMania. What do you guys make of that? You think Reigns is a good way for Undertaker to go out?
No.
I mean, if he's gonna go out, then why not bring one of the guys
Like a
back?
Cena.
Yeah, Cena would be great.
Or
if you're gonna bring Shawn Michaels, who's in good shape.
Well, this is gonna make you
Goldberg.
This is gonna make you cringe even more. Because guess what we just found out about John Cena a few days ago?
He's gay.
No. Apparently, the plans for John Cena at WrestleMania are for him
to be deported.
To have a mixed tag team match, him and his girlfriend Nikki Bella against The Miz and Maurice. And this is
terrible.
This is because according to the Wrestling Observer, there have been talks.
Wait, there's the Wrestling Observer.
It's a newsletter. It's an internet newsletter.
Do they have AP sources?
No, but I'm quoting them here so we don't get in trouble. According to the Wrestling Observer,
I'm Wolf Blitzer, live from San Diego at Raw.
According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, there's talk that this could be Nikki's final match because of problems with her neck.
I read about that.
Now,
I thought it was confirmed too.
Now that being said, this is a huge mistake.
Huge.
Why would you downgrade such a popular superstar like that to mid card because of somebody else's injury?
The only justification I could see for that is if it is what's her name, John Cena's girlfriend,
Nikki Bella,
and that's supposed to be her last match. Maybe he wants to be involved in her last match, and he requested that, and the WWE's not going to argue with John Cena.
Well,
so
if
they wrote that as a storyline, then that's awful. Why would you put The Miz?
If that turns out to be true,
they already took Miz out of the way.
Then I'll stop bagging on it. But that was a huge.
But that's what I would think it would be. He knows it's her last match. He wants to be involved in a match with her. Even though he probably wrestles with her in a different way every night.
Yeah, they wrestle with Bennigan all the time.
That was the joke.
I'm scared now.
He did clarify that for the people.
Okay, so now I've got a question then.
Okay.
If that...
We got 1 minute.
Damn. If that's the case, what does that do? If Cena loses the title at Elimination Chamber, he gets his rematch. Wouldn't that be at WrestleMania?
I don't think so because Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton would already be the main event because Orton already won the Rumble, and the Rumble is a guaranteed match. So the match would have to happen on SmackDown or at another SmackDown exclusive.
Do you think they would do that though?
No, I think it'd be better to have Cena in as the third man at Wild Card.
Oh, I agree.
But we'll see.
I think Cena chasing his 17th title at WrestleMania.
That's what I'm saying.
To go with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'll soon find out. But when we come back, we're going to talk about the fallout from the Rumble on the Raw side, so stay right there.
Perfect.